Hello, welcome everybody. All right, let's get started. Let's start like we did last time. And if you weren't here, these sessions don't build on each other. I teach each one separately. Um, so we're going to start with co-regulating, which is a way that we can come into contact with each other. And we can even do it over Zoom with eye contact. So I'm going to look directly at my camera so that we can make eye contact if that's feeling good for you today. And the idea with co-regulation is that when we're making eye contact and you can see me breathing, if I'm in a calm state, if I were in an agitated state, this would not work so well because then you'd co-regulate to that. Um, but it's about our nervous systems coming into sync. And of course, as we do this longer, I'm going to get calmer as well. So um, I'm doing this for my own nervous system too. All right. So we're just going to do some deep breaths deep into the belly. And we're going to breathe in through our nose if you aren't stuffed up today. And then we're going to do a long, slow out breath. And I'd invite you to make a sound on the out breath. And that's another way of co regulating. So, besides the eye contact and you seeing my body moving, hearing each other's sounds. And of course, I can't hear your sound, which is really too bad. When we're back in person, we'll do this very differently. But for now, you can hear my sound and you can hear your own sound. Um, okay, so let's just begin and we'll just do several deep breaths this way. And again, I want your belly expanding on the inhale. So if you're not accustomed to that, maybe put your hand on your belly and you want to feel your abdomen, your belly button push out as you breathe in. Okay, we're using the diaphragm. And then when you breathe out, your belly button moves backwards towards your spine. And again, it's a long, slow inhale through the nose and a longer, slower exhale through the mouth with sound if you want. So let's all breathe in together. Na. If you want to, look in my eyes, feel your sound. Na. Ah. Relax your face. Na. Ah. Ah. Now I'm going to stop making sound, but you can make sound if you want to, or you can be silent. Feel into whether it feels good to maintain the eye contact with me, if that feels connective, if that feels regulating for you, or if you'd rather close your eyes and connect more inwardly. Do whatever feels best right now. Good. Close your eyes, tune into your body, and just notice what's here right now. let's begin by noticing sound. First, noticing distant sounds. So maybe sounds outside the building, sounds outside the room, sounds inside the room. And maybe even noticing if your body is making any sounds. Good. And now, with eyes open or closed, if it feels safe to have them closed, I would invite you to keep them closed. But if it feels better to have them open, then trust that. Always trust your intuition and your gut feeling over anything that I say or any other teacher for that matter. And just slowly, before you move, I want you to just be still for a moment and see if there's an impulse to move a part of your body. You can stand or sit or lie down. So rather than just moving out of habit or out of reaction, see if you can wait until you notice a part of your body wanting to move. And then just continuing to follow the impulses of your body. In some circles, we call this unwinding. And whether your eyes are closed or open, really using this as an opportunity to tune into your own body. If you happen to have a lot of energy or nervousness today, feel free to follow that impulse and maybe even stand up and bounce or jump. Just because I'm moving slowly does not mean that that's what your body wants to do. Seeing if you can become more and more aware of your physical body. Moving the body how it wants to be moved. If your body is really telling you, I don't want to move, perhaps listening to that, or perhaps just moving a finger, maybe one finger against your palm, or just a hand on the heart, slowly moving on the heart. aware of your breath in your body as you move. Releasing the jaw, letting it drop. Whether you're moving or still, softening the mouth, and even moving the jaw around a little bit. And then slowly, slowly, as you feel able, allowing the body to come to a resting point, a point of stillness. You can be sitting or lying down or standing. Be comfortable. See if there are any slight alterations in posture that give your body a little more ease. If you're feeling really uncomfortable sitting today, your body's hurting or just in a lot of discomfort, consider just laying down. Consider letting your body really rest, just trusting the intuition and the messages your body is giving you today. If you're sitting or standing or lying down in any position, really making sure that the belly is soft, that you're not sucking in or holding in. If you have tight pants on and you're in a place where you can unzip them or unbutton them, that's appropriate where you're at. And I would really encourage you to do that. You don't want anything tight constricting you right now, if possible. The belly is soft, the back, if you're sitting, is long and upright. The chin is very slightly tucked, almost like there's this string pulling up from your crown of your head, elongating the spine, but without effort. It's very subtle and gentle. I've spoken before about how I and many people I think have struggles with winter, and there can be this resistance to the slowing down and the restfulness. And there can be this, for me anyway, this sense of like, oh my gosh, I'm getting depressed, or it's because I have less energy because I want to rest more. Just tuning in and seeing if that's true for you today. If you're fighting any sense of, I have to be more energetic, or I have to be this, or I have to be that, really about anything, just checking in with your stories. When I say stories, I mean things you're believing right now. I've got a lot of thoughts going on, and a lot of them aren't true. So just checking in about what you're believing today, what you're believing about how you have to show up, about how you have to meditate, maybe how you have to be after you get off this call. And just seeing, just trying an experiment today with me, and just seeing if you can imagine yourself looking in the mirror. If you happen to have a mirror nearby, look at it. It's right nearby. And if not, just imagine looking at yourself in the mirror and either inwardly, or if you're in your own space today, I would encourage you to do it outwardly. Imagining or in real life looking in your own eyes and saying, I welcome you as you are today. Even if that feels like a stretch, even if you feel like you can't do that, this is an intention. I welcome you as you are today. I am learning how to be with all the parts of you. So you're saying this to yourself, obviously. I'm learning to be with all the parts of you. I'm learning how to meet you exactly where you are. Now we're just going to do a little game, give you a sense of this, of meeting oneself with openness versus meeting oneself with resistance. So I want you to think of something, maybe not the biggest difficult thing in your life right now, but something that is is challenging, something that, yeah, it's not the hardest thing in your life. You don't need to bring up your deepest, oldest trauma. In fact, I'd encourage you not to, not for this exercise. And but bring up something, maybe a conflict with a spouse or a child or a boss or a coworker, or somebody that you had a rough interaction with that you don't know very well, or just an emotion that you're noticing is coming up lately repetitively. I want you to really get a visual, get a feeling sense of this thing or person or circumstance. Like really get it in your body and your mind. And then I want you, and believe me, there's a purpose to this. We're not going to stay long in this, but I want you to meet it with no. I want you to resist this thing, this person, this circumstance. And I want you to either out loud or inwardly just say, no, no, no. You might even say, no, I don't want you. No, I reject you. No, I don't accept you. Feel your body. Stay with me. Feel your body. Feel what it does. Keep saying no. Notice what your body does. Okay. Open your eyes now. I want you to shake your body a little bit. Shake off that experience. Begin again. Reset. Good. Okay. Ah, 3 deep breaths with me. Eyes open if you want to. Nah. Ah, good. Now, either in your mind or out loud, whatever your circumstances dictate, I want you to say out loud to me what your experience was. If you can say it out loud, I want you to do that. Tell me what your body felt like. Tell me what your mind felt like. Tell me what your emotions felt like. Mm, mm. Thank you for sharing. I know this must feel a bit funny since you know I can't really hear you, but I'm with you. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side of the game. This one's more fun usually. All right, so again, shake off whatever that was. Stretch, wiggle, whatever your body needs to do. Great. Okay. Now, if you're comfortable closing your eyes, tune back into your breath. Feel your body. Good. And I want you to bring up the exact same circumstance, person, emotion, whatever you brought up before. I'm going to give you a little bit, you know, 20 seconds or so to rekindle that memory, that body memory, if you can. If you're having trouble accessing it, don't worry too much about it, but really see how alive you can make it, like using your senses, using the sound, what you were seeing or feeling in your body with this circumstance. Good. Now I want you to say yes. I want you to soften your face. Allow the body to soften. And I want you to say yes. If you're looking in the mirror, you can look into your own eyes. If you don't have a mirror right nearby, just go inward and say yes to all of it. There may be a lot here. Just keep saying yes, either inwardly or out loud. Stay with yes. Notice what's happening in your body, noticing how your body feels, noticing your breath. Hmm. Maybe even allow yourself to imagine a smile, even if what you're imagining is painful or imagining that you're welcoming it. It could just be an inner smile, or you might feel the corners of your mouth turning up. Hmm. Noticing how this feels. Continuing with the yes, imagining that you're welcoming every aspect of this circumstance or person or situation. Again, not your deepest trauma. You're welcoming this difficulty in with a yes. Deep breath. Now opening the eyes. And I want you to tell me, how did this feel? How did this feel? Was it any different? Was it the same? How does your body feel? How are your emotions right now? Tell me everything you're experiencing. And there's no expectation here. Just say it like it is. Thank you for sharing. Nah. Good. So, no matter what happened, there's no right or wrong. The invitation for you for the rest of the time that we have, just about 15 minutes, is just to notice whatever's arising in your experience. You can use the breath as an anchor, but notice a body sensation. Yes. If there's another word that you prefer that's a welcoming word, use that. If you don't want to do this, if it doesn't resonate, don't do it. But the invitation is to meet everything in your experience. If there's an emotion or a sadness or a body sensation or a memory, is to say yes, feel the body, and then come back to the breath. So I'm going to be quiet now so you can experiment with this. And again, there's no expectations. We want you to let go of the expectations. We're not trying to do something or make something happen. We're just doing something a little bit different than we might normally do and seeing what happens. It's just an experiment. So I welcome you to close your eyes, tune into your breath, and invite in everything in your experience. sounds, sensations, feelings, memories, thoughts. Everything is a yes. Even when you notice a no, even when you notice a judgment, even that, noticing, just saying yes, just an experiment. Okay, let's practice together. Seeing if the mind is wandered away from the practice, and if you're doing the yes practice, just coming back gently. staying inward and allowing the words of this Mary Oliver poem to just fall on your ears, just gently resting on your being. The summer day. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? The grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I've been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? With that, I would invite one Om together. Feel your body, feel the sound in your body, breathing in. Oh. Wonderful. Allowing yourself to slowly come back into connection, taking your time, no rush. For those of you that have to be somewhere, it's 12:47. And a couple minutes over. Sorry about that.